Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump's amazing new inflation rhetoric. Sometimes a new talking point comes out that surprises even the most cynical observer. Most talking points, are not totally grounded in reality. But every once in a while, one surfaces that is so untethered from actual events that it becomes the stuff of legend. Trump is dealing with the fallout of promising to cut inflation on day one, which by itself was an amazing piece of political rhetoric. Because, as people are finding out, that's not how any of this works. But people believed him, so here we are. Now they're mad that he can't cut inflation like magic. Well, he's introduced a new piece of rhetoric. Quote, "If Joe Biden had simply held federal spending at the pre-pandemic levels we had in 2019, right now, we would have virtually no inflation." First, the whole government spending causes inflation thing is kind of a gross oversimplification. There's a lot more that goes into it, and it's not even government spending that does it directly. Government spending can trigger a specific type of demand increase that can increase inflation. But hey, that part is at least connected to reality. There's an argument there. Trump's assertion here, though, boils down to if funding levels stayed at 2019 levels, we'd have no inflation. So, what were the funding levels in 2019? According to the graph over at the Fed, expenditures in 2019 were $4.7 trillion. So, what were Biden's expenditures by year? Well, in 2021, it was $7.2 trillion. In 2022, it was $6.1 trillion. In 2023, was $6.5. 2024, $6.9. Hey, wait a second. Where's 2020? Since inflation started ballooning at the beginning of 2021, shouldn't we look at 2020? It's weird that Trump would skip the last year of his presidency, right? That's because it was Trump that took the expenditures from 4.7 to 6.7. Yep. It was Trump's term that saw a year-over-year jump in federal expenditures of $2 trillion, greater than any increase under Biden. So, if it was the spending increase that did it, Trump is admitting he caused the inflation. Don't believe me, right? Let's go to his quote. "If Joe Biden had simply held federal spending at the pre-pandemic levels we had in 2019, right now, we would have virtually no inflation." Now, let's remove the political name blame. If blank had simply held federal spending at the pre-pandemic levels we had in 2019, right now, we would have virtually no inflation. Now that you know who increased the spending, fill in the blank. Okay, now as a quick little note, because I know a bunch of people are already furiously typing that government spending always increases inflation and that there's not more to it. There will be a monthly CPI chart down below. Note that inflation crested and started declining in 2022, when spending was still inflated, and the effects of the biggest year of expenditures would still be in play. When all of this is charted, Trump is finding out that people actually want him to do something about inflation. The problem is that he caused it the first time, and his policies will reignite it. By the way, those proposed DOGE dividends will likely create demand pull inflation, the same kind that government spending can cause. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.